Yeah.
I still don't understand what the hand was. I don't get that.
I think it was just Vince just pulling a rib on people.
I think, yeah. I mean, that'd be, it was a hand.
I gotta say, there was one sign that made sense to me, and it was just literally said, "Did anyone see my hand?" Like that makes total sense now. Literally, they shot it for 2 seconds, and it just said, "Does anyone see my hand?" I'm like, "Yep, that makes total sense." So, Akino, I bought Splatoon.
Yeah, you were saying. Well, you pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I pre-ordered, bought it. Someone gave me a gift card for my birthday.
Cool.
So, I know who it was. It's not like random, like, "Hey, someone gave you a gift card, stupid."
Yeah, that'd be great. Just getting gift cards sent to you by, you know.
By random people here.
I think you have to be a bit more famous, a streamer.
I mean, you know, whatever. Those people are just a little bit too... Those people are a little too, "Hey, give me money. I need money for whatever." Nothing wrong, you know, like I said, maybe I'm evolving on it, but I'm not like saying like, "Hey, please, I need," you know, like DSP these days, you would just literally say, I need $250 so I can do this retro, this indie thing. Like, God, you're an asshole. Akino gives head. That sounds like one of those Tourette's things.
Fuck off, Sabi.
House of
At least,
Power.
where'd that come from? Kino gives head.
Keep forgetting you can't back out online. Can't let me. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna back out FSD. Keep playing. I'm gonna send this guy. We're in worldwide for anyone that wants to know. So I'll be right, you know. I'll be right there. We're in worldwide. If anyone's like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" I'm like, every Saturday. Not every Saturday, but most Saturdays, I would say. Also, we're looking for people who are buying Splatoon. Who is buying Splatoon? Alright, there we go. Funky Johnny. Okay, he looks innocent. Alright, good. Alright, there you go. You're now added to the list. I hope you see me in the list as well. And I'll be... Just click me as a friend, you know, in the friends list, and just go there and just click join on us. I just noticed something. I have the same stars. I have the same heart count as my INSTAGIB page on my Twitch page. How is that possible? Wow, doing that, I didn't miss a beat. Hey, look at this, I'm here. And he's here. Yay! Jonathan's here. Funky. Why'd I call him Jonathan? They're all gonna give him a good welcome with some shells. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the game. Thanks for... We're all gonna give him a nice big helping of it.
Is Jello still in chat?
Yeah. Jonathan is my name. Oh, that's why. Okay. Where'd I don't even know where the fuck I got that from. I have no idea. Cool. My name's Raven. Raven. So, you can call me that. That's cool. Yes, I think he's still in chat, but I'm not sure.
I don't know if he wants to play some Destiny, because I can do the this weekly with him if he wants to get some strange coins, because he's looking for some.
I'll tell you this: I have no desire to go do some strange squats. Not saying that's a bad thing or anything. I have no desire for that. The only desire I have, to be honest with you, is the only one desire I have is just doing Crucible stuff, because now they unlocked the whole Crucible. Now they just said, here you go. Remember that map we only premiered like twice? Yeah, now you can just play it forever.
Yeah, well, the Iron Banner's this week, so I'll be playing that.
God, it's over like Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, if you play the later in the week, the more reputation you win each match. So it's actually better to start on the weekend, like on the Saturday and the Sunday, because you get like so much reputation for winning it. That like you get little or nothing at the start of the week.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm in the tank for Destiny. I'm gonna buy everything that it has. So Root gets bored of it or something. Because remember, I have it on the Xbox One and the PS4 because I'm an idiot.
Can you actually notice, is there a noticeable difference between the PS4 and the Xbox?
Is there a noticeable difference between the Xbox and the... Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, the PS4 one is a tighter controls. I don't know if it's just because of the controller itself, but I just feel like it's just, the handling's better.
Yeah, but does it look or run better? Like,
you know what? It might be controversial. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But I think the Xbox One might look a little better. But
really?
me saying that, it really doesn't matter. Seriously, it might just be me. They're both on par.
I mean, the resolution is 1080 on PS4, isn't it? And
yeah, 1080p on the Xbox One as well.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 99.
Yeah, it's 1080p on the Xbox as well. They're both across the board 1080p because Microsoft, literally Bungie worked with Microsoft to do it. Like, Microsoft literally worked with them and said that. It was the same thing with Diablo 3. As they are like, you can't ship this, you cannot ship this game anywhere less than 1080. So Microsoft worked with both of them to get it to there. But no, you're not missing anything if you buy it on the Xbox One.
You'd have to buy an Xbox One first.
Yeah, and I will recommend that. Buy a Wii U instead.
Yeah, I would buy a Wii U before I bought an Xbox One. I mean, well, E3 is soon, so we'll see. Maybe they'll get some. Maybe.
I mean, look, I bought an Xbox One to play games on, and I'm playing games on. It's just...
but what games?
What games? Yeah, that's true. Some of it's broken.
I just haven't heard of a single exclusive yet that works.
They're coming.
Maybe we'll see Scalebound.
I think, yeah, Scalebound, that Platinum Games one. I mean, I think there's a lot of games coming. But, I think people go like, oh, Nintendo's doomed, they should cut things with the Wii U. I'm like, they have a $24 billion market cap. Amiibos are doing phenomenally well. It's fucking the next Wii, if you ask me. Like, holy shit, these Amiibos are flying off the shelves. Nintendo can do, people, they have a market share of 24 billion.
Yeah, I mean, they never. Anyone who talks bad about Nintendo, you just don't really listen to them. I mean, anyone who says that and like Nintendo are in trouble, they obviously don't know what they're talking about. You just instantly dismiss it because they're doing better than Sony and Microsoft. Come on.
Yeah, that's the thing. People sit here and like Microsoft.
Well, not Sony. Well, not Sony at the moment because Sony have kind of single-handedly. Well, PlayStation has kind of single-handedly dragged Sony up a bit. But still, it's still Nintendo is still fine. Like,
yeah, I think I have an Xbox One as well, so I don't want people to sit here like, oh, you're just talking shit. I have an Xbox One. I have a PS4 starting at $349.99. I bought the Xbox One was $500.
Jesus Christ.
$500. I paid $500 for this thing. And you know what? It evolved, and it's gonna keep evolving, and it's gonna be great. It's you know, it is great. But the thing is, when fanboys go out there and go like, yeah, man, Xbox. Sometimes I go like, yeah, man, Xbox. They're like, no, man, Xbox. I'm like, I don't feel the same way like I did with the 360.
Yeah, there's just, even Halo 5 is just nothing. I just can't get excited about it, unfortunately.
Right.
And that's the only big exclusive that that we know is definitely coming. Which is kind of sad. Because I loved Halo.
I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. I'm not disappointed that I bought an Xbox. I really am not. I'm not disappointed that I paid $500 for it. It's a good investment. I'm not disappointed. I got a lot of things to play on it. I got people to play it with. It's just one of those things that you look back and look like, wow, it really took them. They went from 360, which is a great machine.
Yeah, I played the 360 I played that thing to death. Like I only moved to PlayStation about 2.5 years ago.
Right.
Back to PlayStation. But it was great. But the Xbox One, well, it's kind of the opposite of what happened last time. The PS3 took a while to take off, and now it's the Xbox that's taken a while to take off. So.
Yeah, but I think the difference between the PS3 was it was just sheer fucking arrogance on the part of Sony.
Yeah, Microsoft definitely weren't arrogant with their always on and the way they were treating their fan base.
Yeah, but the difference between Microsoft and their DRM, Sony was just literally like, get a second job to buy PlayStation 3. Like, this was like, we're just gonna screw you.
Yeah, well, they kind of were. Like, Jesus Christ, do you remember? Like, it's weird. Like, you had to, at one stage, you had to log into Microsoft once a day, to Xbox Live once a day, just to play your games or something.
I can't believe they thought that was a good idea by any means. I couldn't believe they actually thought that was a great idea.
The arrogance was unbelievable, and
like we're not going to sit here and say they did change their tone on it.
Yeah, they did realize they made a mistake, as well as that. With the originally, I remember sitting down for the Xbox One, the actual the very first announcement, and it was just television they were talking about for the whole time. Like how it was integrated into your TV and all, and everyone was going, "Where are the games?" That was crazy. Like, we actually sat down on my 360 and streamed that for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, I always follow this approach to gaming. I know you probably don't. I always buy the system and wait. People are like, what kind of... I always buy my consoles without the games.
Well, I did that with the PS4.
Yeah, I bought one game.
I got that pretty...
I bought one game.
The only thing I had then was Infamous when I...
Yeah, I bought one game. When I bought my Wii U, literally, it was Nintendo Land. And people are like, why do you buy these things and you don't have any games for it? Because I'm a gamer and I love games. The games will come. They will come.
No, I'm a bit more skeptical than that, but... like I said, maybe Scalebound. I think Scalebound is kind of a Monster Hunter type game, is it?
I'm sure it's gonna be, just like it's gonna be Xbox One's Monster Hunter.
Seemed that way, so maybe that'll be good.
So I think this year they're gonna talk a lot about Halo 5, and I'll buy Halo 5, but Halo's not what it used to be. I just feel, you know what it feels like to me, Halo 5 Guardians, and I don't want people to sit here and go like, it just feels like they're chasing. It feels like one of those old guard people that go like, like one of those old wrestlers that come out of retirement and go like, I still got it. And you remember how great it was. You're like, I remember how great you were. It's just one of those old time wrestling kind of things. It's like, and then you realize that they're just trying to be the new style. And then people reminisce and go like, I remember how great you were.
Well, the thing about, I remember, like, when the Halo 5 beta was going on and people were saying how great it runs and all this, like, it's technically very competent. Like, it doesn't seem like it's gonna have any issues, like bugs or anything. It's just none of the fun that was in the old Halo games seems to be there. Like, it's just really polished and really well made. But
I love Halo. I love Halo, and I love Halo 2. I think Halo 2 is a really good game. And I think Halo 5 is going to be a really good game. I really do. I honestly think that game is going to be really good. I do. I don't want people to say like, oh, when I played of it, I'm like, this is good. This is not bad.
I think that the multiplayer will run very well, but it just won't have any.
I think whatever that game is, but maybe it's a little controversial, but I'll just say it. Whatever the game, they're going with it with a half glass full kind of thing. It's either embrace Call of Duty or not.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. It's like with the smart scoping shit, and you're if you do this and you can't move and you can't do this, and it's like it's either embrace whatever everyone else is doing or not.
Damn it.
I mean, I guess their thinking was Halo needs smart scoping. It really does. And I'm like, maybe it does. But I think in Halo 5 there should be a multiplayer mode that just turns off smart scoping, just like what Call of Duty had back. If you didn't want jetpacks.
Well, I think they do. They have custom games, don't they?
Yeah, but I'm talking about in matchmaking. In actual matchmaking, it should be one that's just called Classic Halo. Yeah.
Well, I mean, is there a Forge?
There's gonna be a Forge, but that's just how I see it. It's like there should be a Classic Halo. That would make me happy.
I remember, and I know people don't like Reach, but
look, I'm not saying
the Forge on that was amazing.
Look, I'm not saying take out the smart scoping, all that shit. I'm just saying give me the option, just like it was. That's what I'm saying. Don't say, hey, you're just saying that because give me the option of having it.
I think they would like to do that, but they just don't have the time. They have a deadline.
Yeah, I mean,
and they have Microsoft tweeting on the neck saying, look, we're getting hammered here by Sony. We need an exclusive. We need a big marquee game.
Is Halo still that marquee game like it used to be?
They're hoping that it is, yeah.
I mean, I feel like it still has that marquee name. Like it's still like, oh man, this one's the one to watch out for. I mean, I think it does. I really do. But I don't think Halo had the same punch like it did back when Halo 3 and Halo 2 were the crowning jewels of the first-person shooter.
Yeah, I mean Halo 4 did no favors at all.
I mean, literally for years. I mean, they called it the Halo Killer, and Call of Duty was the Halo Killer.
Yeah, that was.
Am I ready for Black Ops 3? Absolutely. I will be playing that. I think. Look, I guess my problem is, people like it's just Call of Duty. I'm like,
no, Black Ops 3 sounds interesting.
Yeah.
In that, like I was reading about the single player, like, I mean, Treyarch always made good Black Ops. Had made the best Call of Duties. I mean, Black Ops 2.
You know what?
How many endings did Black Ops 2 have?
How many endings? It had a few. I mean,
I had like I had a lot of different ways to the game. Like it was very non-linear first-person shooter. Like everyone says, like Call of Duty is dumbed down. It wasn't.
No, I like how Call of Duty. I like what they're going with Call of Duty. I thought Ghost was a major mistake, but me saying Ghost is a major mistake, people play it. But I think I think you come from two camps now in Call of Duty. It's either
who made Ghost Infinity Ward?
Infinity Ward never starve.
Jesus. Like I said, Treyarch made Black Ops 2, which was probably the best Call of Duty. So, Treyarch are making this. It sounds very interesting. You have a home base like in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. There's multiple routes through the game. You have you can make your own squad and all, and there's this kind of new kind of drop in, drop out between the campaign. The campaign is 4-player co-op, so you can drop in. You can be playing 4 players, a 4-player
really?
party you can be playing 4-player party in multiplayer, right? In deathmatch or whatever, and then just go straight into campaign.
Sounds nuts.
It sounds very ambitious. And it sounds good. It's a weird one because I wasn't hyped about Advanced Warfare, even though they were changing what Call of Duty was. But I'm kind of hyped for this.
I gotta say, I like Advanced Warfare. I'm not a Call of Duty fan by any means. I buy them.
No, me neither.
By any means, I don't want people to go oh, you fucking love Call of Duty. You buy them and you like them, but I swear, I think Advanced Warfare was one of the best ones they have ever made. You can see how dare you?
I wouldn't go that far, but it was good. It was well made. It was good.
I mean, I guess in the annals of history, Call of Duty 4 will always be the best one, right?
I don't know. Black Ops 2 was great.
Black Ops 2 was very good. I will give you Black Ops 2. I'll give you Call of Duty 4. But like I said, as long as they keep doing these little things like that, and Black Ops 2, people love the Black Ops stuff. I mean, it wasn't World at War, it wasn't that kind of stuff. People like that. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get Black Ops. We're gonna get Ghost 2. Is that what's gonna happen?
That was the last game Infinity Ward made, wasn't it? I mean, Sledgehammer made
Advanced Warfare.
I don't think they'll let Infinity Ward near anything again.
You know what? I know that Infinity Ward is the people that made that game what it is today, made it a household name, but
it was, but they kind of took the foot off the gas.
They didn't take the foot off the gas. They took the guy that was on the gas, took it off, ripped him apart, and said, "Go fucking make Titanfall."
Yeah, Jesus.
Go make Titanfall. Which, you can see that those guys are talented. I'm not sitting here and say, oh god, they didn't make a good game. They made a great game. Titanfall's great.
Titanfall, I don't think it's great, but Titanfall ran on launch, which is kind of a selling point for games these days.
I think the problem with Titanfall is there's not enough content.
Yeah. There was no content. There was a few maps, there was no single
even Destiny got the scores that it got. They're still pumping out updates and things to do, and hey, do this, do that.
But Destiny just so much to bloody get in Destiny. I'm still trying to level up my characters, get them exotics and stuff and legendaries, and that's kind of the main reason I'm still playing. It reminds me a lot of Dark Souls. This game does. Just because there's so many, if you watch, you see two people, the people I'm playing with right now, you're never gonna see this someone where two people with the same armor and same weapons.
Right, and that's what makes that special. But the loot grind is so. I mean, I guess it's rewarding for some people, but a lot of times it's turned off people. It did. I mean, if you stick with it.
No, yeah, it did. I was kind of. Oh my god, do I have to keep grinding? But then I figured out that you can buy a lot of the materials, so you don't have to grind as much. So that's good. And the Iron Banner's always fun. But that Crucible mode where you have vehicles is gone. I don't know what they did with it, but it's gone.
Yeah, I don't know why they took out the Crucible mode with the. I think they should add some more Crucible modes, but I guess that with the Iron Banner PvP.
But I mean, that's the
Was
biggest
I
drawback.
around? I had a PlayStation 3. I was in the middle of moving to Pennsylvania. There was a 6-week period. I didn't have my PlayStation, but I was glued to my my screen. Just I remember it was a Saturday night when PlayStation came back on. And the only one that you can see the map, there was a map that literally was like, PlayStation's restored. And the only one that was restored was in Pennsylvania. The first one. I was like, the fuck, man. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was a blunder, but that was, I mean, that was hackers and shit.
It wasn't Sony's fault.
That was hackers. You know.
I wasn't playing the PlayStation at the time. But did they mishandle that or what? Was it just
I don't
nowadays?
think you know, like I said, I was there when I got the welcome pack. I mean, literally, it was, you know,
Free game or something everyone got, didn't they?
I mean, I suggested that on my show too. I went like, you know, after this is over, they should, you know, they should give us free shit. And that's exactly what they did.
Andy, what's his name? Apologized on stage and, you know, was it at E3, the following E3, he said, look, sorry, we messed up. I don't know whether they messed, I wasn't playing the PlayStation at the time. I wasn't really following it, so I don't know, did they mess up, did they mishandle it, or was
They
it just
mishandled it pretty, they mishandled, I don't know if they mishandled it, but they didn't talk about it. They were more like mum about it. They were like,
it's like, it's down. Sorry.
We don't know.
Yeah.
It's down. Okay, and then you had Street Fighter, and you had games coming out that had multiplayer, and it was like, it's down.
Yeah.
When is it coming back up? I don't know.
We'll never know.
Yeah. Will it be down forever? I don't know. It's like they didn't give you a straight answer.
You had one of those, was it them 8 balls, magic 8 balls in Sony?
Yeah. I mean, it took 6 weeks. I mean, that literally 6 weeks. Yeah, man. PSN was down for 6 weeks. Can you imagine?
Crazy. I didn't think it was that long.
It was that long. 6. Yeah.
Month and a half.
A month and a half. Yeah, man. You'll be pissed too.
That's really crazy. Like that's. I didn't think it was that. Now it kind of makes sense. Like, why do I so apologetic?
Yeah, 6 fucking weeks.
Can you imagine how that would be now? I mean, like, they just,
Oh my God.
I mean, just.
Well, that was like, what, a few years ago? I mean, Twitter was around. It wasn't Twitter was around. I know, Twitter was around in 07. Just remember, I always go like, was Twitter around when the great PSN crash happened? Yes. Yes, it was. The answer is yes, it was.
Shut.
I mean, it's not like news wasn't flying as fast as it was back in the day, but
No, but I just think people are a bit more, I don't know, what's the right word? Entitled?
Yeah, I think if the PSN went, you know, with PS4s and shit, I think literally people would go to Sony HQ and just
that DRM, that daily login thing was a thing, and
oh my God, that would be just whatever. You know, like I said, you know, the thing with the DRM thing so bad is yesterday Xbox Live went down. Core service went down.
I think Xbox Live is free this weekend, isn't it?
You know what? It doesn't fucking matter.
But I actually have my I have my Xbox and it doesn't work, and I was thinking like, but I don't have the power cord, so if I had the power cord, I'd probably play some Halo Reach or Gears of War.
Halo Reach is great.
I love Halo Reach. I like Halo 3 is my favorite, but Halo Reach is I just don't know which one. I'd say Halo. I'll probably do Halo 3 actually, because it's probably the most people playing.
If you had Halo 4, I don't even know if people were playing Halo 4.
I don't think so. Halo 4's population died like a month after it launched. Like Halo 3 was still the #1.
You know what's crazy about Halo 4 though? It's a lot of fun.
I know it's fun to play. It was just very poorly imagined. I think the way it was very unbalanced, and I didn't like it at all. Like, I mean, giving people the option to have the plasma pistol at the start of the big team battle alone, that just pissed me off.
How about giving you a start of any gun you wanted at the start of any race?
Yeah, but anything with plasma pistol, that just ruins big team battle. How are we supposed to get in a vehicle if everyone has a plasma pistol?
That is true.
It was just that just really irritated me.
I think they fixed that in the Xbox One version, because you can only pick like BRs and assault rifles. But good luck finding a big team battle game in that piece of shit.
Ah, damn it! I missed. Shit, I'm dead.
Good luck finding it. Good luck. Piece of monkey fuck. That's what it is.
Got him.
5th place. Good. Alright, let's see. We got a ton of girlies in this bitch. We got Sally Jesse Raphael that just named herself Cat. So we got Funky over there. We got Annie. The sun will not come up tomorrow because whatever.
Oh, cool.
Lady Gaga? That looks like a guy. Squeagle! Oh, we're going to Ribbon Road. This is a great, yeah. Alright, we're going to Ribbon Road. I love Ribbon Road. Good stuff. Good? You good?
Hey, Spiegel.
Spiegel! Spike Spiegel. Well said! So E3 is around the corner.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some release dates.
I don't know what my plans are. I didn't call out from work that day yet. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I can't do. No, I don't usually watch anything live. Usually the Microsoft conference is on early enough. That
Well, we'll be here for the Sony conference. That's for damn sure. But it's
the Sony conference is always on late for me.
It's the question. It's the question is, you know, it's not the question is I can miss this date and not have money. That's not the point. But my question is, do you know, I'm gonna miss the Microsoft conference at least. It's like, how important is that conference? I'll be watching it, yes, but I'm just saying how important.
No, it's just what I can watch. Like I can time wise, the Microsoft conference is on at about 6 o'clock here, or 8 o'clock I think.
Right.
The Sony one is on at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the Sony one is your last of the night.
That's the one I want to watch anyway.
There's
there's a PC gaming one and AMD.
There is AMD and Square Enix is doing a PC thing and people are getting excited, and I just don't want to break their hearts and go like they're not going to show anything.
Yeah.
They're not going to show anything good, and they're like, how dare you? It's PC gaming. They're not going to show anything good. I'm sorry, PC elites. They're not going to show anything good. I mean, I'll watch it. You know, like I said, I think this is a long time coming. I'm not saying the PC gaming shouldn't have their own press conference and stuff. I think they should. I don't know why it fucking took to 2015.
Yeah, but PC isn't. I mean, it is a platform, but it's not a unified platform. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, it's not just one company making PCs. It's weird. It's a really weird thing to have a conference for.
Well, that's what makes it great. But still, I'm like, it's just one of those things. It's like, all right, you guys. When I hear Square Enix, I get kind of worried. People like Square Enix, like, what's the matter with Square Enix? I mean, dude, they can go a little overboard with shit. I'm like, you guys don't give a shit about PC.
What does Square Enix make for PC? Well, Square Enix is they're gonna show Deus Ex. They're going to show the new Tomb Raider.
No, Tomb Raider is an Xbox One exclusive.
Timed exclusive.
Yeah, time exclusive.
So you can show it, I think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, but what else would they have? It's not sure what they'll have. We'll see Deus Ex, I'd say.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. We'll see nothing from Konami, because they're dead.
Yeah, what the hell are Konami doing?
Being total bunch of swill holes. The fuck are they doing? That is a great question. What are they doing? Being mediocre, that's what they're being.
But yeah, release dates for No Man's Sky and Tomorrow Children. That's what I'm looking for.
God, that would be great if No Man's Sky gets a release date.
It has to win. I mean, what's this now? The third year?
They'll never respond to chat, Spiegel. Hi, Spiegel.
We are responding to chat. Just no one's typing anything.
Yeah. Yes. We are responding. You know, if there's something there, we'll talk about it. But I think Dell's like, I left that comment forever ago, but we hung on it.
Yeah, say something pertinent. Or worth talking about.
We love you, Jello or Jam or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Because there's no such thing as whatever. That's sad.
Say something about E3 and we'll talk about it. And we'll acknowledge you.
Look, you know what? I don't want to sound cynical, but I'm not that very excited about E3. Maybe in a few weeks I will be, but at the moment, I'm not feeling it yet.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
I want those. I'm looking for those release dates, and I'm looking to see what Scalebound is about, and I think that's about it. So
I don't know. I feel like the press conference you really should be watching is Sony's. And people are like, you're just being a fanboy. I'm like, no, I think the one you should be really watching because they always break the big ones there.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for. They'll have No Man's Sky and they'll have Tomorrow Children, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Which Tomorrow Children is coming out real soon.
There's no release date though, is there?
It said summer 2015.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they had a close beta of it. I mean, it had to be coming pretty soon.
That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, obviously there'll be new things. I know there'll be new IPs, but maybe sequels to things. The Last Guardian. This is the year for The Last Guardian.
The year of The Last Guardian. It will always be back of people's minds. We're just gonna close it with The Last Guardian.
Oh, I mean, there was a few other things. Remember Wild? There was that thing. It looked like Ico. I can't remember the name of it. You were a kid climbing up on some mountain. I can't remember the name of it, but they were announced, and then we never heard anything about them again from last year's E3. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Sony always brings the weird. I think they're gonna show some Street Fighter 5. I talk about the whole Capcom thing.
Yeah, they have to do. They have to do that. I mean, that was a big coup.
They're gonna probably get other third-party games. That's how I feel like. I feel like if you need a third-party game, you go to Sony or Nintendo or to Microsoft to make your big-ass game. Because they have 22 million PS4s.
Yeah, that just needs some games for them. Those 22 million people to buy.
Right, and they will buy them.
Well, they didn't. I mean, that's weird about like Bloodborne. Like, I thought more people would have bought Bloodborne.
It made 1 million sales. It's got its money back.
Yeah, but I mean, there's 22 million people who own a PS4.
That game is such for the hardcore that, you know.
I know, but it's the biggest exclusive so far. It's just really weird that they.
I think the reason is because of the mass appeal of it.
Well, I just think it's the one big exclusive so far this year, and yet there's nothing like it didn't sell anywhere near the amount of people who own a PS4. It seems really strange.
It'll be 3 million.
But even so, that's still only a fraction of the total user base, and it's the one big.
I mean, how big is the Souls audience is?
Yeah, but I mean, if they had marketed it as I think there's some more marketing.
Here's the problem: is to make mass market appeal, you have to destroy everything that has Bloodborne. Destroy everything that is whatever that game is.
They could have just tricked people and say, "Look, this game is great and all, and buy it," and then people would have bought it. And it was like, "I can't do this. It's too hard." So we got your money. Don't care. Do a Rockstar.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Bloodborne wasn't made for everybody.
But they could market it for everyone. Do you know? I mean, just outright lie and say, "Look, this game's for you."
Yeah, Akiribo Dragon. Yeah, they and I think that's fine. I don't think every game needs to be marketed to everyone. I must market this game to you, and.
No, but I mean, you have such a huge. I mean, you have a huge install base. You have 22 million install base. I mean, you make a game like Bloodborne. Yeah, you don't have to dumb it down. You just have to not sell. Don't sell it as being super hard. Sell it as being a big exclusive. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have. I wouldn't have used Bloodborne's difficulty as a selling point. I would have used the fact that it's a big exclusive as a selling point. And gotten more of those 22 million people who own a PlayStation, who are looking for an exclusive, who are looking for a reason to justify buying a PS4. You know, that's what I would have went for. That's what I would have went with.
Yeah, so Bloodborne was marketed as the original Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but here's the thing. That game is, I don't want to say that game is easy or not hard, but if you're a gamer and you know what you're doing, you can beat that game.
It's kind of Bloodborne reminded me a lot more of Devil May Cry than I did of some of the previous Souls games.
Yeah, I don't want to, have people sit here and go like, well, man, these Dark Souls games are hard as fuck, and they are. I'm not saying they're not.
The actors agree. I know people who couldn't get past some bosses in Dark Souls and just gave up.
Right, and then they are, and it's hard. I don't want to sit here and say it's not hard, but Bloodborne gives you a lot of room for a game like that. they don't give you a ton of rope, then they're not going to hold your hand.
Yeah, I mean some of the bosses in Bloodborne are kind of really difficult. The thing about Bloodborne is people have a very different way of playing it. Like some bosses I got on my second or third time that other people took 7 or 8, and vice versa. So.
And some people had to call me in to face some bosses too. Their characters they're facing.
You talking about, what was that? Erebetus, the daughter of the cosmos?
Yeah, the daughters of the cosmos, and I'm like, I don't fucking know how to.
I like, there's a video of me on YouTube killing that. I think this is my 3rd try, and we both kill each other at the same time. But I mean, it's not a difficult boss. Come on. Some of those earlier bosses that were way more difficult. I thought anyway.
Yeah, like that scissor thing that just fucking scissors you in half.
What scissor thing?
There's this one that's with the baby, the nurse. The nurse.
Oh, the wet nurse.
Yeah.
I found that the thing about that was hard. That was when it made the place go all foggy, and then there was 2 or 3 of them at once fighting you. That was difficult. That was hard. That boss took me a few tries because I kept doing that. Some people that never did that. Like that's another weird thing about the game. Some bosses, there was a bug, I think, that if the longer you played it, the less attacks the bosses used. Something like that. But yeah. So it was actually easier the longer you played. It's a weird game. A weird bug.
Alright, the Blood series isn't really hard, but it isn't a game you can simply go and expect to smash your way through. You have to know when to dodge and when to block. It's one of those games where you have to take time to learn the movements of the enemies in your fighting. Right, absolutely. Funky's still here. I thought he went away. Glad you're still here.
I wonder if we're gonna get a Dark Souls. I wonder actually if they're gonna announce, if From are gonna announce another Souls game at E3. That'd be interesting.
You know what? To be honest with you, I think people want another Bloodborne game.
I know, but it's very soon after.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? If they announce another Souls game, they should wait until next E3 because I think a lot of people are getting Souls fatigued. I honestly think people are not, but it all depends on the manpower from software.
Yeah, but I mean, Bloodborne is finished, so they have everything.
You know what I like about Bloodborne? Any other game, I'm happy that I own it. No pre-order bonus, no DLC, none of that shit.
Yeah, well, there was a pre-order you had to. That's it.
Well, it was so minimal, I didn't care.
Yeah. There's no season pass.
There was
again, there was no season pass for Dark Souls 2, but then they came out with one later on, so that could still happen. So
probably at E3 they'll probably go like, we're expanding Bloodborne. And you know what, to be honest with you, if they do that, I think that's fine.
Yeah, as long as it's not more chalice dungeons. That ruins the whole game for me. So boring.
I want another, like, whatever, another Tombstone. That would be great.
Yeah, another area.
Another area would be great. More chalice dungeons is like, the fuck, man. So
it'll definitely have DLC. It has to.
Yeah, I don't see it. A game that's that popular not having DLC. I mean, it's just. I mean, you know, Sony. It's a Sony property, even though that firm did it. They can pass it off to someone else. I mean, Activision doesn't. I mean, they do this shit all the time. They can just go like, yeah, we developed the game, but we pass it along to these people. And they're doing the DLC.
Yeah, I mean, the new Deus Ex is actually it's not being done by Square Enix. It's been outsourced to someone else. I can't think of who it is.
Are they a good company?
I can't remember exactly who it is, but
I thought it was only the PC port.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been outsourced.
Yeah, the PC port's been outsourced, but a lot of games are like that anyway. Let's just hope that the PC port is in good hands.
But I mean, so I won't be getting on PC. I'll get on PS4.
That's what it seems like. It's like the next gen people do. You know, the. I don't see another Souls game considering that Dark Souls 2 got remastered for PS4, Xbox One to run at 60 frames a second, adding the crown content to it. Yeah, I just don't see it.
The thing about that though is AOB to make a remaster. Basically, you just slap a better bit of tech. You know, you just kind of polish up the textures a bit, and have it run a little bit faster. And there you go. There's a new game. So I mean, it's ever since, what was the first big remaster? I think it was The Last of Us. But ever since then, I mean, everyone's just been.
Well, every game has been almost remastered if you think about it. And you know, I'm not gonna say Nintendo's not guilty of it. I mean, you know, Halo remastered. Yeah,
everyone's remastering games, and it's a very easy way to get a fresh bit of life out of your game. But it's a lot of you get a lot of sales for a lot less work. You don't actually have to make a new game; you just have to polish up an existing one.
Yeah,
and so there's not a lot of effort going into remasters.
Why even stream to Twitch if you're gonna not be in there? I'm there, man. I'm there. No one's saying anything.
What's the point of being on Twitch if you're splitting your viewers?
I get that. That is obvious. No, I get that.
Take left.
I get that. Don't get me wrong. I get that completely. You don't want to, you know, like I said, if it was up to me, we would be on one place. And that's where you want to be. You want to be at one place and focus everything on that. Don't want to be on, you know, like I said, this site's not gonna be. It's not doing anything. So I got a plan. It's not.
Well, the stream lags on InstaGib, but it's just, I think on Twitch is a bigger delay, I think, so.
It's a bigger delay, but smoother.
Can we do the event?
I was talking to myself. No, I was there. I know what I'm looking at.
I'm doing this. See you later.
Also, we don't do this a lot, too, so I don't want to say, like, well, we do this every time, you know. I'm like, alright, we're going to do this for Mario Kart. All learning and trial and error. Sorry, Sabi. Yeah, we're talking about E3, Electronic 3, the big press conference is coming up. I have not confirmed any plans now that I'm, you know, what we're going to do. I can only confirm that we will be showing Sony, maybe Miss EA, and pick up at Ubisoft. And then...
Oh, we'll see that new Assassin's Creed in London. That should be good.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Victory. Fallout 4, you know what, they kind of have to.
Oh, Bethesda, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Either Fallout or... Yeah.
I never want to see another... If they announce Elder Scrolls, I'm murdering people. I mean...
The Elder Scrolls Online is only coming out now for the PS4, isn't it? For consoles.
Elder Scrolls Online is coming to consoles, yes.
But that's like several years after it failed miserably on PC.
You know, here's the thing. It was people saying, oh man, Elder Scrolls would be great if it was online. Oh man, Elder Scrolls would be great if it's online. Oh man, Elder Scrolls would be great if it's online. And then they're like, holy shit, Elder Scrolls is online. We can't mod it. Ah! Fuck this game! And then people are like, that's not how it happened. I'm like, tell me if it didn't.
No one takes it. It's just going back to Assassin's Creed. Like, I've ever since the first Assassin's Creed, I wanted Victorian London as a. Like, I think everyone wants for some reason wanted Japan. I never wanted Japan. I wanted
Little Japan would be, yeah, that would be nuts. I think after Unity, it should take a break.
I think the biggest, I mean, obviously the biggest mistake Assassin's Creed made was the trilogy, like 1, 2, and 3, was not having the last game set almost entirely in the present day. You know, I mean, you have to have a present day Assassin's Creed game now. It's getting silly.
Yeah, it's like with the Desmond stuff, that would be great.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the whole point of Assassin's Creed, if you guys remember, was to train Desmond up as an assassin using the Animus, but then people, you know, it just kind of completely went off.
Well, he killed Lucy, and then they sedated his ass.
Yeah, it just got really ridiculous. Like, I mean, the last game would have made sense. Even if they were going to kill him off, it should have been mostly in the present. And I just don't understand what they did there. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was really ridiculous actually thinking about it. But at the same time, it would have been hard to make like an open world game, free running game like Assassin's Creed in modern times, you know.
And Desmond was a good killer, man. He was good. They were, you know, back then they were like, okay, let's show what you can do, and he was like murdering people and shit.
That was at the end of Assassin's Creed 2. That you could play as Desmond for a little bit and fight people, and then obviously in 3 you
they gave him the hit. They gave him the blade. They gave him the blade, and we're like, here's the blade, stupid. What can you do with it?
But it really should have been mostly set in modern day, and now it's just completely, you know, Desmond's dead, so and then they had the stupid excuse in Black Flag. I don't know what the excuse was in Unity, but like what does anyone play Unity? Sorry, I'm not even reading the chat. I don't think anyone played the Unity, did they?
Yeah, the lag on INSTAGIB can be pretty bad. What, Unity?
Yeah, did anyone play Unity? Does anyone know the story of what
Yeah,
the excuse
it's
was?
awful.
But like, do you know the way in Black Flag, like they were using Desmond's blood or something, his DNA. Like,
yeah, you can go there as well. You can go there as well.
They were still doing that in Unity.
Yeah, I also got the chat popped out too, so chat. I think the thing about Unity was it looked good on paper, and it sounds good on paper, but execution wise, it was bad on paper.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like a good
I
game.
still, you know what,
So
Mark,
riddled
I honestly think Nintendo's not going to focus on mobile, and if they do, they announce one game, and they're only going to show one trailer.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna have a big. Well, I mean, they don't do E3 anymore, do they? Are they having a conference this year?
They usually do a Nintendo Direct and do something big, so they don't really need to be there. They just do it. They do a big Nintendo Direct,
Well,
which does the job.
They will go with the mobile game, I think, because that's a license to.
How Nintendo does E3 is amazing, because they'll have the treehouse, they have the stuff. You have people that go like, okay, we're gonna show off Splatoon, which will be out by the time, but they, you know, back in the day they were like, okay, here's Smash Brothers, here's this game that we're showing off, okay, here's whatever, here's Yoshi's Woolly World, and that's how they do it. And they spread it out over the three conferences. No one does E3 like Nintendo. And people are like, how dare you say something like that? It's true. No one does E3 like Nintendo. No one. No one covers, you know, like they do. But I think if there's anything, I still think Super Mario Brothers Puzzles and Dragons is going to be the first game that's going to come out for mobile.
Yeah, but I think they're going to concentrate on mobile a lot for E3. I mean, that's going to be huge mobile for them. They're going to just make so much money out of that.
Well, they're going to make money. You put something that's called Nintendo on it, you're going to make money off of it.
Yeah, but just to have all the old classics.
You know what I want?
You have such a massive back catalog of games.
See, here's the thing. It's not even the massive back catalog. It's My problem is if your back catalog, and it's good, and the back catalog is really good, and my problem is that I'm not saying Nintendo's going to take their ball off mobile. I think mobile is important. I do. I just hope that they've raised the bar of mobile so these mobile developers stop making these Bejeweled games.
Well, I mean, let's just put it this way. When was the last time Nintendo made a bad game?
Mario World for the GameCube.
But you know, like, well, I mean, like, just in basics of execution, like, no one makes games like Nintendo. They do things right.
Absolutely.
That's what Nintendo do. They do things right. So they're gonna do mobile right.
Yeah, I think so too. But I feel like Nintendo's gonna figure out ways how to make mobile, and you go like, wow, I never thought of that.
That's what I mean. They're gonna show the mobile developers how to make games.
Like, holy shit, I never thought of that. Yeah.
They're gonna do things right. It's just what Nintendo do. They make games the right way. It's just they can't, you know, and that's just what's gonna happen. They're gonna make mobile games right, and they're gonna.
Yeah, I
show
can't talk about mobile
games.
games. The only mobile game I play. I mean, we're not mobile gamers.
I've never played a mobile game in my life. Well, I used to play on like really basic, like Snake on the.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, for us, we're not mobile gamers. We're carrying around DS in our pockets because that's just how we are.
Yeah, like I had a PSP phase for about a year and a half, and I played pretty much every game and every system up from the Commodore to the PlayStation 1 on my PSP, but that's as far as I went with mobile gaming. But yeah, you're gonna have. I mean, what platform? What kind of like? Are there any kind of firm details with the mobile game?
They said that Dina's gonna do the back end. Yeah, DS I bought just for Pokemon Y. Yeah, that's. See, here's the thing: you're not getting Pokemon Y or Pokemon of any sort on the phone.
Why not?
I don't think you're gonna. That would be a killing for them, but I don't think they're gonna go that far. I really don't.
I think they will. I mean,
who knows? Maybe they will.
You're not gonna say like Nintendo aren't gonna say, hold on, we don't want money.
I think you're leaving money on the table, not putting Pokemon on mobile. But the thing is, I just hope it's not some kind of stupid port. I hope it's some kind of, hey, we made this Pokemon game for mobile. I don't want stupid ports of Pokemon Y shoved on my iPhone.
There's a Pokemon card game, isn't there?
There is, but that's from. I mean, yes, Nintendo had to sanction it, but that was from Game Freak.
But still, like, I mean, you're gonna see, and again, I don't think there's any danger of them making like bad ports of any of the games.
Yeah, I think the thing is, you see Sega, they made Sonic the Hedgehog, they made other games, and they're really we just slapped Sonic the Hedgehog on a phone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sega when was the last good Sonic game? At all?
Sonic Colors for the Wii.
Was that good?
That was really good. It was 4 hours long, but it was really good.
I think like Sega have. Oh yeah, speaking of Sega, we'll definitely get some. We'll get a definite release date for Yakuza 5, and we'll get an announcement for Yakuza 0. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think they had to actually kick Sega kicking and streaming Sony and to go like, these motherfuckers want Yakuza. They're like, yeah.
Well, I think they had some kind of survey, and that was the biggest. Like, that was
that was Sega just being Sega. I know, like, this is not a history lesson, but Sega being Sega, they're a bunch of assholes. they go like, this game is popular, we're not gonna release it because it'll make like $4.
Well, it's actually not that. I mean, like, the last Yakuza, like, the Yakuza's never sold. Not a lot, you know what I mean? It's very much a cult following.
Yeah, it's a cult following. I mean, it's just like Persona. I mean, see Atlas going like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
I still have no idea what Persona is. I know, like, I've seen the trailer for it, but I don't know what it is at all. I've never played it. It looks like Catherine. It's the same people that made Catherine.
Catherine came out before Persona.
No, but I mean the new Persona game I'm talking about. It almost looks, the art style and the animation looks almost identical.
It does. Sega has no idea how to run a business. This is absolutely true.
I mean, they haven't known how to. Well, they were kind of unfortunate with the Dreamcast. Fuck. I don't think I've died yet.
I had to pick up something. Sorry. I'm right here. All right.
I think Sega's just been more unlocked.
I mean, how long ago did they promise Phantasy Star Online 2? And it's not in this. It's never coming stateside. It's never coming stateside. Sadly.
Where the hell is she? Where the hell is she?
See,
Shit.
see, I think people would play Phantasy Star Online, and it's free. I really do.
There's still people playing the first of Phantasy Star Online, isn't it? On the Dreamcast in private servers.
Right.
Again, it's kind of a cult following. Sega are great at cult followings. So.
Yeah, you'll never see it because they're just whatever. Because they think the subscriber numbers are low. And like if it's low, I don't think the player count will care. Just why don't you just leave the IPs open for people to play it? Because it's IP locked. All they had to do is just go like, well, you want to play on Asian servers and people are playing on Asian servers anyway. Why don't they just go like, okay, fuck it, here you go.
Ah, damn it.
What's the harm in that? It would be laggy shit, but if you're crazy enough to play Phantasy Star Online, then you should. And also, Sega said that they're exiting the console market, and then they come out and say, "Yeah, we're making Sonic games for the consoles." So, like, which is it? You're exiting the console market, or you're not? And you can go like, "Well, that's all they made was Sonic."
Sega are just unfortunate, though. They've always kind of had bad luck.
I don't even know it was bad luck. It's just more they just took the lazy way out.
No, I mean, well, back in the 16-bit era, they got absolutely raped by EA. And then in the 32-bit era, they got raped by Sony. And then Sony again and Nintendo.
Well, I don't want this to turn into a history lesson with Raven, but back in the day, in the 90s, Sony had money. Sony had a shit ton of money.
Yeah, very much so. But, like, I mean, it was just a case of... Well, I mean, it was mostly EA actually that destroyed it.
Right.
They really hated Sega. EA hated Sega. It's just weird. Like,
I think the reason why they hated Sega because they had their own NFL license and their own sports leagues. Yeah,
but I mean, just going back when they reverse engineered the Genesis carts and said, look, we're not paying for Genesis carts anymore, so fuck you. You know? And then just completely withdrawn support for the Dreamcast. I mean, that was just...
They never had support for the Dreamcast.
No, like, but they wouldn't. They refused to publish games for the Dreamcast, so that was destroyed.
Also, back in the day, EA was very cunty. Sorry for...
back in the day, yeah.
They were super good. I mean, today they're super cunty, but... You know, it's a whole different kind of cunty.
Sega hate me, that's what I said.
Sega just doesn't know when to... See, this is the thing. If Sega had two brain cells in their whole body, they would give Sonic to Nintendo. If they had brain cells. I'm not saying sell the IP to Nintendo. I'm not saying that, but make Nintendo develop a Sonic game. People would go nuts. I'm sure Nintendo would be more confident in a Sonic game than they would. Sony was riding high on that Walkman money. Those Walkmen were so good. I remember mine. They were flush with cash. Sony was flush with cash. Their TV business was doing great. Like every business they were in was doing great.
It's like LG now. They were basically LG back then, the Japanese LG.
There is a Sonic Amiibo. I have it. It's on my shelf. I have a Sonic Amiibo. It's on my shelf. Yeah, he's right there. I mean, it's not like, you know, that, you know, even in that self is awesome. He's in Smash Brothers. I mean, how the mighty has fallen. Yeah, they were riding high on the money, and they can go out and say, hey, Konami, make Metal Gear. Hey, you, make this game. Hey, you, make that game. So, Sony was just flushed with cash.
I think they were just a bit smarter as well. I mean, yeah, they were getting exclusives like Metal Gear and Final Fantasy, and I mean, they really knocked it out of the park with those exclusives. Yeah,
they published Final Fantasy VII. They published Final Fantasy Tactics, and you know, they just went like, hey, we need you to make this game. Hey, make this game. Hey, we're gonna pay you this to make this game. What?
I just doing some stupid here.
Also, I only keep up with Fire Emblem amiibos. I tried buying all of them too, which only got one. I got Marth in box. I bet I'll never find an Ike in box ever. I would love to find an Ike. I would like to sign Lucina. But yeah, there's a Mega Man amiibo and there's a Sonic amiibo, which are very happy on my shelf. I actually opened them because I like Sonic and I like Mega Man. Why wouldn't I? Plus, I ruined the box. Doesn't help when you ruin the box. Is that like saying I only keep with one fire Pokemon?
Well, I don't think Square had a choice in the matter. Just sorry, Aobi. What happened there? I don't actually know what happened with Square Enix, like, but whatever happened, I don't think they had a choice.
Square bet the farm on their movie Final Fantasy: The Spirit Within.
And they made a huge loss on that, didn't they?
They made a big ass loss on it. It was boring as shit. Yeah. Yeah, no, they didn't. Saying yeah. It's like saying I only have like one fire type, yeah. May 19th, Cane Day. Of course, fire Pokemon are the best ones. Okay. Did someone leave? I think. Alright, who's this little senorita down here? That is a Menzi from the UK. And we got Dorkamata from, I think that's Mexico. I really like only good games personally. I love then Square Enix, The World Ends With You. Well, also, it was on the Wii and was cheap to make.
The World Ends With You was on Wii, was it?
It was on Wii and was cheap to make.
I thought that was a PC game.
It probably is now, but it was cheap to make. It was on DS, still cheap to make. They made, you know, like I said, that they could make that game on the cheap. And they remade it for mobile. I couldn't imagine playing that game on mobile.
No, but someone will. Someone will play it.
Or someone will play it. See, that's the thing about these hardcore games that they put on mobile, no one really wants them. They only want Candy Crush or Bejeweled.
I think we'll see Nintendo. I don't think we'll see Nintendo making that kind of game with microtransactions. I don't know. But that's what the money, where the money is in mobile games.
The money's in microtransactions, but here's the thing: Nintendo is the only company that can get away of charging a $40 game on the App Store.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they'd go with $40 retail games.
Like a $30 like really nice game. I think they can get someone to go like, you know, if it's really good, get someone to buy it.
I don't know. I think the majority of the Nintendo stuff is going to be their old library.
And you know, if it is old library, I think you need to make some new library stuff too. I mean, release Phantom Hourglass. In Spirit Tracks, release some, you know, like Yoshi's Touch and Go, you know, rework them, of course, but I think that kind of stuff you can really do on a mobile phone. You know what? To be honest with you, I think that Nintendo, Apple released the SDK for controllers. They could actually release a controller.
Well, it would be a license. I mean, everything is gonna. It's gonna be just. It's just gonna be a license to print money for them, I think.
Right. If they make an iPhone controller, they would just it would be they would be great. I mean,
but just the whole mobile thing in general is gonna be just a huge revenue stream for Nintendo. Like it's gonna fund the next 2 consoles or something, probably. I'd say.
Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind that their mobile, whatever they do in their mobile market, they're gonna make a fucking killing.
Hopefully we will see something about the NX at E3 as well, even if it's just the basic details.
And your figure motion basically replaces stylus using the text and such. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They could, if you have an iPad, they can simulate the dual screen motion. That would be big enough. I don't think you can do that. I guess you could do that on an iPhone 6 Plus, but it would be kind of hard. Yeah, and your figure motions. But like I said, I believe in Nintendo that they would not just slap jab some fucking game on there. Just go like, here you go, here's Super Mario World with this fucked up controls.
No, I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. They make it.
If they fucking do that, then I'm just gonna go like, you're just you're you're just like everyone else. Then what the fuck are you doing?
We're gonna see like Super Mario World, obviously stuff like that, but obviously they're gonna run well on the game. I think that's the main thing. Everything they release on mobile is gonna be good,
I honestly never. I can't. If you're gonna release Mario World on the iPhone, just release a fucking controller for it. Just say here you go. Here's a shell for the controller, and shut the fuck up. And I'm like I cannot take that. Oh my god, that was... I can't believe they did that shit. I can't believe it. Like, literally, there's a side of me you go like, you guys fell for that. And then there's a side of me going like, wait, that was it?
That was such a kick in the balls. I just, can't... Oh, that still pisses me off.
I mean, wait. What did you announce?
That was such... imagine just... I can't be the only one that was waiting for the old graphics to just kind of disappear, and then the remake.
That's how you get, and I have to blame Square and the fans. See, this is how far up the ass that you motherfuckers are about Final Fantasy VII, that Square Enix is so scared of remastering this thing. I'm like, come on, Square, fucking remaster the game, make it a little better, make it for better times. Stop being such a pussyfoot. I think they remastered every Final Fantasy game except for 7.
I don't know what's in their heads. I really don't.
I don't get it either. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Just the whole idea of like, yeah, we got this game called Final Fantasy VII. Everyone loves it. I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. Just because everyone loves it doesn't mean you have to re-release it again.
And when is that coming out? When are we getting that?
Fucking hope never.
That was a year ago, wasn't it? Oh no, it wasn't.
That was in December. It does sound like an eternity though. They should, you know what they should do? They should go out to E3 and just go like, yeah, remember that Final Fantasy thing that we had? Yeah, remember we were gonna charge $8 for it? Yeah, we decided to give it for free for PlayStation Plus. And I'm like, good, that's how you do it, and then people wouldn't be so mad. But they're not, because they're greedy bastards. And then EA gave us Plants vs. Zombies. That was great. Great times. They scrapped Final Fantasy 14 because it was nothing there. Wasn't a good game. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, literally, people would have to buy 4 pairs of underwear just to stop creaming their pants. Yeah, I don't get why they don't remake Final Fantasy 7. They remade Final Fantasy 10 and 10 and 10 2. They remade they remade 10 and 10 2. They have a Final Fantasy 3 remake that they did. And they released every single Final Fantasy game you can fucking imagine. I mean, you can get them. And he never made Final Fantasy Tactics. They never made another Tactics game. I mean, like, Tactics Advance, but literally that's a soccer game. It's a fucking soccer game. Well, I'm still waiting for Remaster 13. Yeah, like that kind of shit. Yeah, that was like a PS2 game, wasn't it? No, that was 12. I'm sure this year we're getting the Final Fantasy 13 Saga Trilogy, whatever. We might get a release date for Final Fantasy, what was it? Final Fantasy 15? That game is like 70% done.
Oh, so no release date for that yet?
No release date, but it is coming along. I mean, they had, what, how many years to work on Final Fantasy 15?
5 years now?
5? 10? 8? Oh, they've been working on that thing forever. A whole generation, a whole console generation. People were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because that game was versus 13.
Yeah. Well, 10 is the best one.
10's pretty crazy.
I'm tempted to get the remaster.
Oh, if you do, I would love to see what it looks like, because I have it on PS3 and I want to rent that from GameFly and see what it looks like.
But it comes with 10 too. I actually paid that one.
It's just a bunch of girlies selling, hey, eyes on me. And
no, but I mean, the combat system and the upgrade system in 10 are the best.
The dress spheres.
And now you have the dress spheres, and it's like, what the hell?
You gotta make Blanc horny. Yeah, that game's great. You got Riku running around in literally a swimsuit and a pullover skirt. Yeah, it's great. I thought Final Fantasy X was just the most convoluted thing ever. I hated Masturbation Seymour. He was a jackass. I am no fan of Final Fantasy for anyone out there. No fan. Because the 28 hours to that game, and I deleted off my PS2 save and all. Unfortunately, he is in the cutscene where he can pretend he's shirtless. Whiny ass isn't the game. Ugh, Van. See, now we're talking. All right, let's see who else is in this game. We got Andre. I don't like it either. Okay, good. Good. We can all go. Says the guy that spent $60 on a fucking PSP up-res game. Who's up? I don't know if I should be laughing or crying. That's a waste of money. Alright, here's where dreams are made. Yeah, it's not my kind of cup of tea either, but people always talk about it like it's the greatest thing ever. No, check out Final Fantasy X. It's great. You play, you're like, the fuck is this? Story's kind of crazy. Nina, whatever her name is, Nina, or, and then Final Fantasy X too. She becomes a whore.
That was them.
It's like she just said to herself, like, I was going to die, and then one day she just looked down with like, I have a vagina, I can do whatever I want.
She becomes a pop star, doesn't she?
She does become a pop star. I'm like, how the fuck?
I mean, like, you saved the world. Okay, now it's time to become a pop star.
Yeah, it's like she just said. It's like she went through like a phase and just went like, fuck it, fuck it. I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna be rebellious and become a pop star and wear really short skirts and shit and sing. She was all like mute and go like,
Oh, I feel for everyone. I'm going to die. Oh, it's okay. I was happy. We're going to Jose.
I'm like, the fuck is going on in this game? And then the next one, she goes out, she's like, yeah, fuck you. And then she's all dancing around, going like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Well, the world wasn't in danger anymore, so you know.
The world's not in danger, so fuck it. Let's all go dance.
I don't even. I got to like I played over 2 hours of it, and that's just too much.
Nah, you know what? To be honest with you, I love X2 anyway, so that free spirit's great. I just find it funny how she's like this mute girl, and she, you know, she's going around. She sees all this devastation that is happening. In the next game, she's all like dancing and prancing. I mean, whatever. It's great. I mean, she's got her. Then they have the new mute friend that has Pain and Yuffie. You know, whatever. X2's a great game, even though Akino thinks 10 is best, but that's fine. That's fine. Just pointing out that Final Fantasy X is just insane.
I mean, like 6 was brilliant. I played that on the PSP. That was fantastic. But
yeah. I'm just saying, I love Yuna, I really do. You know, she was gonna go marry Masturbation Seymour. She was about to send him to the next realm, and she had to wear that thing. You know, it's just, you know, just going from this mute character, you know, just sitting there. I'm like, I'm gonna marry this guy, and then the next game, she's on stage dancing and prancing, which is fine. You know, Yuna's a very sexy character. I mean, she can pull it off fine and be a pop star, and she doesn't even have bad pipes. But you know, she didn't. You know, they didn't drop any hints in the game and go like, I like to sing.
yeah, like in the first game. I always wanted to be a pop star.
Yeah!
Oh well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if they just dropped a hint and go like, what was his name? Titus?
Titus? I always wanted to be a pop star.
You know, pop star Yuna, I have no problems with. I really don't. I'm just pointing out that little thing. Like, okay, pop star Yuna is pretty cool. Now people are like, you're just backpedaling now. I'm like, no. I'm half backpedaling. Fine. And then she had to kill all the Aeons and shit because they're evil. That was in the second game they had to kill the Aeons, wasn't it?
No, that was the first game you had to kill.
Yeah, you had to kill the Aeons in the first game, and I'm like, okay. And then there's a secret ending where Titus comes back.
What? Oh yeah, the second one is it?
It's a secret ending where you can get Titus, him, come back. You know what? To be honest with you, I didn't. Everyone said that Titus is really annoying. I didn't find him that annoying.
No.
I didn't find him annoying. And I know what annoying is. I didn't find him annoying. Yeah, there you go. I thought Titus was not annoying. He had his moments when he said, like, I care. I don't care. But I really like the whole part of Final Fantasy X, the whole narration of it. Of him, you know, him talking about shit and go like, I can feel in the voice of Yuna that she is just sitting there. And she can feel, I can feel the cries of the nation.
I loved Blitzball. Great. That was one of the best mini games ever.
I will say, I will quote Jeff Gerstmann and say. But I'm glad you liked it because I can't understand it at all. It just seems like mathematics, the game.
I loved that. It was great. And you had to do it to get Waka's like ultimate weapon. You had to like win the league or something.
Waka's great.
I remember doing that. I won the whole league or something, and I got his secret weapon. It was great. I put like 60 or 80 hours into the game, so if I didn't get annoyed back then.
Oh yeah, the laugh of Titus is pretty fucking bad. That is pretty fucking bad. Holy shit, yeah, that is like, they're like, hey, just laugh with me. Oh yes, I can laugh with you. Come on, Yuna, laugh with me. You guys are crazy. You people are insane. Alright, whatever. You have your Blitzball. Maybe if I understood it or cared enough to understood it, maybe I'll like it, but I know one thing, if you just score the goal, just run it to the ball, to the goalie, just sit there, because the game gets all confused.
Jeez, I can't, yeah, you could kind of just, yeah, you could just glitch it, but I just thought it was fun.
I just, you know, maybe my thing is there should be a standalone Blitzball game.
And then it'd be like an annual game, like FIFA.
Yes, it just come out every year.
Blitzball 2015.
Blitzball 2015. That's it. It'll just be, and then we go like this year we're adding real-time combat. Oh my god! Good, welcome to 2013. That game was amazing. Yeah, that game is amazing. And I still got the disc here. I got Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 here. But I'm like, now that there's a PS4 copy, I'm like, I should get that. Like literally, I said to myself, like, I should get that. And 1080p Final Fantasy 10 would be just the shit. I can finally beat that game. Bang, bang, bang. Alright. I really hated Masturbation Seymour though.
I thought it was a good thing.
His name was Seymour. Or Seymour, or whatever his name was. And he was Mr. Seymour. And I keep thinking, I'm like, this, he just reminds me of someone that masturbates, so I just call him Masturbation Seymour. Yeah, what happened to that studio that made Lost Odyssey for Xbox 360? Yeah, what the wasn't that Square Enix that made Lost Odyssey? Wasn't that Square that made Lost Odyssey for the Xbox One 360?
I thought that was Sega. Was Sega not published that? Or am I thinking of a different game?
I don't know. These days, third parties are... We're gonna get a Final Fantasy fighting game. That just sounds amazing. That Final Fantasy fighting game that's coming from Tecmo Koei sounds amazing.
Well, it wasn't like a fighting game, but it had all the characters from all of them. What was it, Dissidia or something?
Oh, they left and made their own studio. That does sound pretty good. Did I make it on the PC? I think it did. The last I remember, they made a Wii game. Bang, bang, bang. Look, I'm starting to warm up to Final Fantasy, but I'm not saying like, oh my god, I love Final Fantasy, but whatever. I didn't like 7 that much. I like 9. I like 9 a lot, but I didn't like 7. I don't know. Maybe because it's just everyone's saying how much of a cult hit it was, but I don't know. It seems okay.
It was a different time, and as well as that, there was a lot of hype for it. There was a huge amount of hype for it.
It wasn't just hype; it's just a lot of love for it. And I'm like, that's fine, but you know, I'm like, okay, I don't know.
And it was back when like people would buy, like the average person today would buy a JRPG, but back then everyone bought it. Do you know what I mean? It was just different.
Speaking of JRPGs, did you buy anything from Golden Week on the PlayStation Store?
We didn't have a Golden Week sale over here in Europe.
Oh my god, that's sad.
Yeah.
Why do we get one and you don't?
I mean, I have a US, I have an American PSN, and I have it on my PS4 logged in, but I haven't got it logged in on my PS3, so I didn't check it out.
I bought Persona 4 Arena because I like pain.
I just my backlog is just too big. I can't buy any more games.
I want to say the same thing, and then I have this GameFly account, and it's just whatever.
Because I'm going to get Devil May Cry 4.
You know what? All I talk about X and how much I hate X. I don't really hate X. I just hate the whole what was it called? The whole level spear.
That's Spear Grid.
Spear Grid.
That was the best. That's the best upgrade system in the whole series.
Well, after you get to know it, then yes.
Because you could do like everyone could become.
After you know what the fuck you're doing, then yes.
I love that.
Yeah, the grid spear. After you knew what the fuck you were doing, yes, it was great. As fuck, I didn't know. You know, every game you had a level up system. It's like, what the fuck is a spear grid? Well, remember, I'm not really an RPG guy, so what the fuck would I know? Yeah, I had someone on Twitch, thank you, guy, that actually had to walk me through. Probably go like, this guy's an idiot. This guy's an idiot trying to face all these people and not do anything with his grid. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. He is an idiot. Yeah, I don't know. 12 system was great. Yeah. The license board was better in 12.
I never played 12. My brother played 12.
I think the whole spear grid idea is a good idea. I mean, you know, you can combine things, you can learn things, you can go different ways.
Any character can become any class with the spear grid. That was what was great.
Right. Right. If you wanted Titus to, I don't know, throw devastating strikes. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can go anywhere you want. Hey, I want Titus to learn how to heal. It's great. Yeah, Final Fantasy X2 is just pure fan service. Nothing wrong with that, but it is fan service. See, I like Kingdom Hearts. That's my problem. Man, one time I finished Kingdom Hearts in 8 hours. It just wouldn't end. It was the never-ending game. Yeah, it was a lot of fan service in it. That's what people say. You know, like, I don't know. Do you really call Yuna dancing around, prancing, and them going to hot springs fan service? Then that's fine by me. But whatever.
That's the very definition of fan service, isn't it?
Them going to hot tubs and shit.
Yeah.
Really? Kind of want to play 12 now. I want to see this whole budding place with lingerie. See, I don't, you got all these social justice warriors going after companies. What about Square Enix, man?
They only go after Western companies. The Japanese don't care. The Japanese do not give a shit.
I know, man. They don't give. You're right. They don't care. I mean, you got.
I mean, there is some. I mean, there's some. What's the Xenoblade Chronicles that you might censor that a bit. But I mean, what's it called again? Fatal Frame. The new Fatal Frame game. They're both in there unaware the whole game, I think, or something to that effect.
That's odd. It's not only coming out on Wii U.
Yeah, that's the one coming out on Wii U. They're completely just in lingerie the whole game. I think you can play as a model, like you can play as that, and there's people complaining about it. They don't care.
They don't care.
Why would they? The Japanese just make games. They don't do politics. They don't care about that stuff.
Well, they
because
do. Actually,
they know their audience better than Western developers.
They kind of do because they tweak the revealing costumes in Bravely Default.
Yeah, that was who made them do that? I forget.
It was probably Square, probably Nintendo, knowing them.
But I don't think there was an outcry that caused that. Do you know what I mean? They
no.
Just did that. But like whenever there's an outcry, they just don't care. They don't care.
See, that's the thing. I think like Bravely Default will work great on a phone. That sounds amazing. What is Final Fantasy 12 on the PS2?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Hardy says, Akabara strip. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's a game where you have to undress vampires, isn't it?
Yes, down to their undies.
Yeah, I mean, they don't care. Why would they care?
You know what? I'm so surprised that game got a fucking localization.
Yeah, and Yakuza hasn't. That's just...
How's that game get on store shelves here that you're ripping off people's clothes? They're not naked or anything, but you're ripping off people's clothes. How's that get a release here? How's that possible? You not only get a release here, get a release on Vita and PS3. How's that possible? No, I think the 360 was on shelves. Pretty sure it was. Clef5 says 100% Akira strip. It was fantastic. I honestly believe so. Sounds fantastic. Loved it. Yeah, that's on sale this week. Contraception for $7.50. I picked up Persona Arena for the PS3. Picked up a few other games too. Whoa! Picked up Mega Man X Hunter Maverick X for the Vita.
You gonna get Mighty number 9?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna get Social Justice Warrior number 9.
I heard that there's a leaked version online already.
I'm sure there is. That game ain't coming out until anyone soon, so how polished is that game? No, don't get me wrong. I think my number 9. I mean, it's Inafune's game. It's just been ruined by a bunch of social justice warriors.
I don't think. I think that's a bit overstated. I think there's a bit of scaremongering with that. People saying like, "Oh, it's been changed and all." I don't think the game's been changed.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a true Mega Man successor, this game needs to be hard as fuck. To be honest with you, I don't care if it is a bunch of SJWs work on it, but as long as you keep it to the to its main vision, and you know, if you're gonna be true to the Mega Man vision, it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't have any difficulty settings. It should be hard.
Where is this guy?
It should be a Mega Man game with a girl in it, and that's all it should be.
There's no girl in it.
She's a girl. That's
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not a girl.
No, it's not a girl. That was the guy's name is, I can't remember the guy's name, but it's definitely a guy.
All right.
There was the whole thing erupted about one of the community managers made some artwork of what she would look like if he was a girl. But no, the main character's a guy. We're all safe.
All right. That's the thing.
We can buy it now. There's a guy character.
It's not even that. I don't care if it's a girl character or guy character. That's not the point. My point is, if you're going to make a game that you say that's a spiritual Mega Man successor, I'm going to make a game that's a spiritual rare, I'm going to make a spiritual Banjo-Kazooie successor. Make it almost just like Mega Man. Yeah. And now you're not tied down to the Mega Man franchise. You don't have to go like, well, I was thinking of doing this, but I'm tied down to Mega Man and its lore. You do whatever the fuck you want. If you wanted to say, hey, this person, after he gets beaten, we're gonna put him in tennis shorts and he's gonna go out there with a bat and he's gonna throw tennis rackets, you can fucking do that. You're not tied down for anything.
Yeah, I never played any of the Banjo-Kazooie games, so I don't know.
I played one Banjo-Kazooie game, and there's some rage and debate over people thinking how great it is. And I will say, no, Banjo-Kazooie's not great.
It's a very well liked game. It's a very well loved
yes,
game.
yes. That's why Project Ukulele got funded by. It's probably higher now, but
yeah,
that's why
it got its funding. It got over $1 million. But can you make a game on $1 million these days?
I think with the game they're trying to make, I think they can make. They're gonna get higher than $1 million. They're gonna get about. I would say $1 million by the time it's done. By when it's all said and done. No, I don't mean that Banjo-Kazooie. I'm talking about nuts and bolts.
Oh, the one where you have to make a car and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying the N64 Banjo-Kazooie, and then people would think I've lost my mind.
Yeah, that game was supposed to be just a disaster. I was reading about one of the developers was talking about how they were making a new Banjo-Kazooie game, but Microsoft would just shut down every idea they had, and in the end, like, they just had to they had no time, so they just had to throw together nuts and bolts. That sounds
absolutely saddening.
Yeah, I mean, like, EA and Activision get a lot of flack about being bad publishers, but Microsoft are really, really horrible publishers.
Get me?
They've treated some studios really bad. I mean, none worse than Rare. I mean, Rare got it the worst, but really
it's
bad.
like, just let Rare be Rare, and they, you can see that they would make millions, but they're like, nope, it has to be like this, it has to be like this, and it's like, oh my god, this is why you killed them. That's why they're working on avatars and shit. I mean, people love Banjo-Kazooie in And that's great, but I'm just saying, it's like, can Microsoft make a better Banjo-Kazooie without the rare people there? Yes. The answer is yes. I think they're gonna make Battletoads. Yeah, that Phantom Dust thing is just like, wow, that is misery. Yeah, they didn't want to make it on the budget that, you know, what was the budget? $3 million? The budget for that game was $3 million. Which is not a lot for a game like that. To me, when they say you want us to make a AAA budget game for $3 million, sounds impossible. That just sounds impossible. But Yooka-Laylee, I mean, what they showed off for Yooka-Laylee, I think that game had funding anyway. They just needed an extra $232 to make that game.
The hell is it?
What?
Oh, sorry.
I think they needed extra funding, and now that they're funded, now you know the press that they get, people go like, yeah, that spiritual successor, Banjo-Kazooie called Yooka-Laylee, it's got over 1.3 million, and it's probably going to be picked up by a publisher. You know, Deep Six is putting out Mighty Number 9. Oh, it's Deep Silver. Did I call him Deep Six? And then Bobby Blackwolf's gonna say, I got Mighty Number 9. Hey everyone, I'm playing Saints Row. I'm playing Saints Row. I'm playing Saints Row. Fuck you! Man, every time he said that, I just wanted to just shove it up his ass. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Yeah, I'm ready for any Inafune game. I like his work a lot. I mean, you know, Inafune left Capcom probably because they said no to another Mega Man game.
What was the last game he made?
I don't know. I thought the last game he made was he wasn't a Mega Man game. It was a high budget. I want to say it was Dead Rising 2. I could be absolutely wrong on that. After Mega Man 03. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, if he starts talking about Mighty Number 9 in this glowing stuff, I'm just gonna say he's full of shit. Yeah, you know, just, we're talking about E3, Clef 5. Sorry for bringing up Bobby. Every time I think about Deep Silver, I just keep thinking about, those guys are assholes. Every time I think of Deep Silver, I just cringe a little. I cringe. Every time. Without fail, I just cringe. I go like, I'm not saying their company's cringeworthy, but it's just a little cringy. I think VOG is, you know, they're not doubling down like everything else. I think they are relevant. I think they're trying to, well, what was the thing we're trying to say? Like Inafune and everyone else, they just want to go out and do their own thing. They just want to be, they want, just like Yooka-Laylee. Yeah, it was on Yooka-Laylee, and I think they just wanted to make another Yooka-Laylee game. I think they really like making platformers. And you know what? That's the fucked up part about it, right? Is Yooka-Laylee and those games, those people could make a really kick-ass Banjo-Kazooie game, but Microsoft don't care. And maybe if Yooka-Laylee's really good, maybe Microsoft will give them the ball and actually they can make the actual Banjo-Kazooie game that they wanted. Fuck, maybe if Microsoft had two shits and brains, maybe they could actually, I don't know, go to them and say, hey, for all that Kickstarter money you're making for ukulele, how about you repurpose it for Banjo-Kazooie? And we'll give you $15 million for it.
Okay, it'll happen.
And people can say, they're like, but they said they're going to make that game and they're going to do that. Then I'm like, then this is what you do. This is what you fucking do. Alright, for anyone that buys ukulele, you got $15 million. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. You can just say, hey, thanks for supporting my game. Here's, you know, for anyone that backed it, gets a t-shirt and the game gets Banjo-Kazooie. They get the actual game. They go, thank you for backing it. You know, for 2,000 whatever people, you get the game. I would show Microsoft my asshole after this. Alright, you know, like I said, I pulled that one out of my ass, I was pretty sure. Alright. Who's left? Not a lot of people. Too many games are just being kickstarted now. And not every game is being kickstarted. I mean, I think Ukulele was a success story right out of the gate. Not every game is paved in crowdfunding.
Yeah, but the question is, will it be early access?
Yeah, that Ukulele is going to be early access, absolutely.
I think that's the worst thing to happen to games in a long, long time. Early access.
Well, I think early access is, you know, it's really early.
You're paying for a really basic demo of the game.
You're not even paying for a really basic demo of a game. You're paying for a game that might not work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like a lot of times they say, look, here's your early access. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, but TroJam and Earl barely made gold. Barely made it. And literally barely made it yet. So, you know, Ukulele is funded. And it's not like, oh, we barely made it. You know, this is as big as a team, you know, big as a Double Fine Kickstarter. Remember when they did that? They did the whole, yeah, we want to make this game, and, you know, and people flocked to it like crazy.
That was ridiculous. The money they made.
You know what's even crazier? Because people say like the mobile market is flush with cash. Was the Ouya.
A friend of mine was telling me with the Ouya was announced that's going to change gaming. I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, it changed. It changed absolutely. You know what it changed? Diapers. That's what it did. It only changed 2 diapers. I think the idea for Ouya is great. Now Nvidia's capitalizing it. I think Nvidia should just buy Ouya and just shelve it. I mean, they could probably buy them for what, $10 million, and then that'll be it.
Probably buy it for $10.
Yeah, buy the whole company. Hey, we bought Ouya at $10. Yeah, remember On Live?
I'd actually ask for money from Ouya to take it off their hands.
Hey, you want this patent portfolio? Hey, you can make these. Maybe you can make these Android mobile game work on an Android. This looks like Nvidia's the only one that's trying to do that. Remember GameTap? Yeah, GameTap was amazing because I got like 5 months of free GameTap just to say, yeah, I'm thinking of canceling. Oh, here you go. Here's a free month. I'm like, cool, thanks. GameTap was amazing. You got free.
What's GameTap?
What's GameTap? GameTap was a service of all-you-can-eat buffet PC games. And you know who started it? I shit you not. You know who started GameTap?
Who?
Ted Turner. Ted Turner.
Ted more money than sense.
Ted motherfucking Turner. Ted fucking Turner. You can't make that shit up, man.
Did he sell it to Time Warner then afterwards?
Oh my god, that would have been even better. No, he sold it to he did sell it to someone else. He sold it to
How is he even still rich?
Because he sold to Time Warner, they probably gave him a really nice severance package. You know what? He's really cool. I can't hate. I can't hate on. I can't hate on Ted Turner. He's on the farm, a really nice farm. He's just living life now. Ted Turner's just living life, man. Because they allow devs to make the games that they want, and it wouldn't be yeah, it wouldn't be possible. So now they're making a PS4, Xbox One, and PS4 game. But I think that's nice. That look what they showed. That is the Farm of Rare, guys. That is a rare game. Ukulele. So you'll get that Trojan. You'll get that. You will get the spiritual successor of Banjo Kazooie. Yeah, Game Tab was the only place you can play Sam and Max, the new episodes, at a time. So Telltale cut their teeth on the new Sam and Max stuff. That was the cool thing, is you can get all the Sam and Max episodes up to like episode 2 in Game Tab. And now look where Telltale is now. They're just fucking on fire. You know, they're making Monkey Island. They're making. There's no property Telltale has touched that hasn't turned to gold. And don't get me wrong, I love Telltale. I really do, and I applaud them for all the work they have done over the years. Yeah, FSD, we should wind this down. A few more races. I need like food. I need food. I'm gonna cook me a really cold sloppy Joe. Third place. Yeah. I'm still waiting for Wolf Among Us 2. That's probably gonna happen, yeah. Yeah, but that's what people, yeah, they crank them out at a rate that is, and they're great games. No,